Keough, here is Tom Ackerman.
All right, let's get to it. The Cardinals, when they win at Wrigley Field, that's about as good as it gets in the regular season when they do it in the fashion that they did, when they dominate the Chicago Cubs. That's what Cardinals fans are looking for if they haven't figured that out by now. It's not that they hate the Cubs or they hate the fans or they hate Wrigley. They love it all. I don't know if they love the Cubs fans, but you know what I mean. They'll have a beer with them afterwards. It's the tradition. It's America. It's the Cardinals, and their rivals are a big part of who they are. It's been a great run through the years, and the Cubs for the last decade have had the upper hand. They won the World Series in 2016. They beat the Cardinals in the playoffs in 2015, and I've said this for many years. I think that is what turned Cardinals fans sour back then. And that was 10 years ago now, a little over 10 years ago, when the Cubs started to get good and the Cardinals missed the playoffs in 16, 17, and 18. They made it in 19. They won the division series against the Braves. COVID got them in 20, and so did the Dodgers, and the Cardinals couldn't overcome them and had some struggles through some of the playoff series in 21. And then 22, they win the division with Ollie Marmol, and the Phillies trip them up early. The Cardinals fans have been just begging for a team that can get themselves deep into the playoffs and make another serious run at a 12th World Championship. This particular team was built to eventually get there in 2028, really the projected year. What they've become is a team that is hungry, a team that has fun, a team that does make mistakes, a team that'll give you some ups and some downs. And right now, what they're showing you is one other aspect. They are tough, mentally tough, physically tough. And the Cardinals, look, they went to Atlanta and they took 2 out of 3 against a team that had been limping along a little bit. The Braves starting to let the Phillies back into the door in the NL East. And then the Cardinals went to Wrigley without much sleep. Now, look, these guys get paid a lot of money. I don't know if some of these younger guys aren't getting paid what they're going to down the road. But they get paid a good sum of money, and they stay in nice hotels, and they travel well. But it is what it is. They got into Chicago at 2 in the morning on Friday, probably hit the pillow at 3, got up, short rest, get to the ballpark for a day game, a 3 o'clock start, and they absolutely throttled the Chicago Cubs, embarrassingly, actually. A team that had the day off when the Cardinals were doing all that traveling and winning down in Atlanta back to Chicago. And I mean, they flat embarrassed them. So what happens on Saturday? Do the Cubs get off the canvas and flex a little bit and show what they've got against this Cardinals team that, look, some of these guys never played at Wrigley. J.J. Wetherholt is one of those. Never set foot in Wrigley Field. And here he is as a player taking on the Cubs in Game 1. What does he do in Game 2? How about you throw that first pitch his way? Shota Imanaga.
Imanaga. The first pitch to J.J. Wetherholt, and that swung on, and that's hit to deep left field. That might go. It's a gunner. The 4th game leadoff home run this year for rookie J.J. Wetherholt. Fireworks on the first pitch of the game here at Wrigley.
On the 4th of July, John Rooney with the call on KMOX. And then in the bottom of the first, I've been saying this for a while now, and I think others have said the same. Kyle Leahy looks like a starter. He has the makeup of a starter. He has the temperament of the starter. He has the pace of a starter. It does not look like the game speeds up on him at all. And here he is facing a good one here in Alex Bregman, first inning.
Bregman, 7 home runs and 31 RBIs. The pitch to him. A strike called, and Bregman looks at the home plate umpire, Mark Rippiger, does not challenge.
Nope, you're not going to get any help there, and the Cardinals get the strikeout of Bregman. Now, this, I thought, got lost a little bit maybe as the play of the game, and there were some plays in this game. And the ball that died out in left field off the bat of Dansby Swanson that Lars Nootbaar caught. The home run earlier that we just played, the Cardinals getting a big home run right out of the gate from J.J. Wetherholt. Kyle Leahy was great. We'll play a little bit more of that. And, of course, this game had a terrific finish. But this play was absolutely spectacular. Pete Crow Armstrong walked before that Bregman strikeout. Now, he's dancing around at first base. We all know he's not loved by Cardinals fans. They like to boo him. I think a little bit of that is the respect of the talent that he has. But at any rate, he's really good. You know who else is? Pedro Paez. Do not forget about him. Got one of the great arms behind home plate. Apparently PCA did. Take a listen.
Leaning, taking off, Crow Armstrong. The pitch is strike. The throw to second. He's out. Out at second base. A laser beam throw by Pedro Paez. And Crow Armstrong has been cut down trying to steal for the 6th time.
Yes, he did. And that is Yachty-like. That throw was right on the money. An absolute bullet out of the hand of Paez. Here comes Michael Busch with a chance.
And the All-Star, Jordan Walker in right. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Got him. Busch is out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Bregman and Busch.
His chance is over. Top of the 3rd, a walk to Nathan Church. A walk to J.J. Wetherholt. Here comes Ivan Herrera.
The pitch, and that's hit sharply up the middle. Base hit. Church rounds 3rd. They're sending him home, and the Cardinals score here in the 3rd inning. They lead 2-0. Still nobody out. RBI number 39 for the Cardinal designated hitter, Ivan Herrera.
That was in the top of the 3rd. Bottom of the 3rd, Leahy.
Sign from Paez through PitchCom. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. He strikes out Swanson. So Amaya, then Swanson.
And you know who had a rough game? Seiya Suzuki. I always worry about him against the Cardinals. That right-handed bat is so streaky, but...
Next pitch, a swing and a miss. He strikes out Suzuki. And Kyle Leahy looks sharp today.
Doesn't he? I mean, he was throwing some great pitches. He gives up a base hit to Ian Happ, but then he gets Horner to fly out. No big deal. He's through 4. The Cardinals with a 2-0 lead at this point. And in the 5th inning, they aren't able to get anything going. Paez and Church strike out. Wetherholt with a 2-out double. But then Tyler Ferguson hits Herrera by a pitch. He gets hit almost every night, it seems. Walker strikes out, and the threat is over. In the bottom of the 5th, Leahy is back out there. He gives up a hit to Conforto, and then Amaya hits one sharply to right. Jordan Walker makes a great play on it, and the Cardinals have one away. Dansby Swanson is next up, and Leahy deals with him.
The pitch, Swanson swings. He goes down on strikes. Leahy has struck out 6.
He looked really good. He hit PCA with a pitch, but then Alex Bregman popped out, and the Cardinals avoid the threat in the 5th inning. In the 6th inning, they try to threaten but can't. In the bottom of the 6th, Leahy has now been taken out of this game, and here comes a couple of plays of the game. Here is George Soriano.
2 strikes on Suzuki. He swings and see ya. He strikes out again. Soriano has struck out 2.
John Rooney with a great call on KMOX. The Cardinals in the top of the 7th, Herrera hits into a double play, and they aren't able to get anything going there. In the bottom of the 7th, Ryan Stanek comes into the ball game. He gets a strikeout of Conforto after a base hit by Horner. Amaya pops out, and then here's the Dansby Swanson play that I was talking about. This one was scary, but...
Stanek's ready. Pitch to Swanson is hit high and deep to left field. He hit that one way out into the glove of the left fielder, Nootbaar, who was up against the wall looking up, and the ball came back into play, and he caught it in the ivy. Holy cow! That ball was smoked by Dansby Swanson, and it's nothing but an F7.
Isn't it fun to relive? This is a late game because of the fog delay, so maybe people didn't get to hear this one. 8th inning now, as often happens after a great defensive play, the Cardinals jump on the Cubs. Jordan Walker, the All-Star.
To Walker. A swing and a drive to the left field corner. That ball is going to the wall and the well, and Happ will throw toward 3rd base. Jordan Walker has a leadoff double in the 8th inning.
That brings up Alec Burleson.
Nobody out, top of the 8th. Another pitch coming up for Burleson. A swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit right center field. Here's Walker around 3rd. He's going to score. Conforto's throw is cut off by Busch, and the Cardinals lead 3-0. And Burleson has tied Walker for the team RBI lead, as he has 63 to his credit now.
Wow. I mean, they are at the top of the heap here in the National League. Burley should have gotten some All-Star consideration. So should have JJ, by the way. I'll get to that in the next segment. But here's JoJo Romero coming into the game, and PCA singles off of him. Pete Crow Armstrong is on base. Alex Bregman walks, so we got some trouble brewing now. Michael Busch grounds out to second. JJ makes a really nice play decision on it. Doesn't go to second base. He goes to first, gets the easy out. Runners at second and third, one away. This is where I got a little nervous. Suzuki.
One out. The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. He got him. He pitched him down and away with a changeup and struck out Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki had a terrible, terrible game. Here's Happ.
Out of the stretch. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Romero leaves runners at second and third to keep the shutout intact. We go to the ninth on the 4th of July.
How about this Cardinal bullpen? Riley O'Brien has gotten himself back into being one of the premier closers in the National League. Now, yes, he does walk a batter, but remember, he got himself into a good position by striking out Horner.
Horner out of Stanford. The 2-2 pitch to it. Strike 3 called outside corner, 1 out in the 9th inning.
Then he walks Conforto, but don't worry, you're down by 3. The Cubs are down by 3. I mean, they've got to get base runners here. Conforto walks, pinch hitter Pedro Ramirez comes into the ball game.
Batter batting left-handed. The infield at double play depth, the pitch. And there's a smash right to Wynn. He steps on second, throws to first. That's a Redbird winner. Happy 4th of July, Cardinals fans. The Cardinals have blanked the Cubs 3-0, and they've won the series here over the 4th of July weekend, taking yesterday's game, pounding the Cubs 17-1, and shut them out tonight 3-0.
That's right. They're up 20-1 in this first 2 games of the series. They've won the series. They play this afternoon at 1:30. We'll have the pregame for you at 12:35. How much fun are you having right now if you're a Cardinals fan? The Cardinals are a half game. They can jump over the Cubs today and jump them in the standings and sweep the series at Wrigley Field. We'll have much more when we come back, including we'll hear from J.J. Wetherholt and what Ollie Marmol said in the clubhouse addressing the team before he announced Jordan Walker's all-star berth. It's all next as the Cardinals get the win, and we'll be right back.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair is offering 50% off labor on qualifying projects. If you're seeing cracks, leaks, or sinking concrete around your home, don't wait. Let the Helitech experts identify the problem and provide proven solutions to protect your home and your investment. Call Helitech or visit helitechonline.com to schedule your free inspection today.
Heal your home with Helitech.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
No paint, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Guys, Kevin Wheeler here for FanDuel Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KMOX. And I like to joke, and I say it all the time, like my work with FanDuel Sportsbook goes well beyond the time that it came online in Missouri. I used to have to travel to play. Not anymore. Now I get to play at home, and you can too, whether it's baseball season, whether it's hockey, basketball, football, and now soccer. On the biggest stage of the world, FanDuel is stepping up. They are changing the game because sometimes the player you've got gets subbed off, and your bet goes off with them, but not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. So that's right. So if your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it to the final whistle. No need to go anywhere. You just hang in there. You still got your shot. But visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to get yourself started. Super easy to do. And let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, this is Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. And this is it. Make no mistake, this is your last chance to live in Inverness at Bryan and Feisey Road. Save over $30,000 on one of our 2 remaining market-ready homes, and also special 4.75% financing for qualified buyers. Inverness is a beautiful community with trails, lakes, and a beautiful gazebo. Visit McKelveyHomes.com. Isn't it time to move up to McKelvey?
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Now, back to the Great Bar Sports on a Sunday morning on 104.1 KMOX. From the Stifel Financial Sports Studio, here is Tom Ackerman.
Here's the next by Wood, and it's up and in and back to the screen, and Albert Pujols is knocked down. He doesn't even look at the mound. He darn near injured himself as he had to avoid that pitch. He takes his helmet off, walks back into the batter's box, sets himself, and I would not love to see number 25 off of Albert's bat go into the street. The pitch. Swing, and hello, 4th of July. Take a ride on that knockdown pitch, big boy. Kerry Wood knocked him down, and now Albert looks at him as he goes around first. He gives him a glare. Say, take a little whiff of that, big boy. And now Kerry Wood takes a look at Albert as he touches them all. Give it to him, big boy. Give it to him. That's how you play baseball. That's when you're a professional like Albert is. You don't glare out there. You don't throw your bat. You don't charge the mound. You just take the next pitch and you hit it into the...
Seats, July 4th, 2003. An unbelievable day, and my all-time favorite Mike Shannon call. One of the great moments, the home run off Kerry Wood after he got knocked down, July 4th, 2003 at Wrigley Field. You know, when I hear that call, and I've listened to it thousands of times, 2 things have jumped out at me recently. One is still the respect that Mike Shannon has for Albert Pujols in his 3rd year. 3rd year. Also, the crowd, if you listen to it closely, the Cubs crowd they are hooting and hollering, man, when Albert gets knocked down. They roar. And then on the home run, you hear a different roar, a different type of roar, a different level. And it's from all the Cardinals fans that are scattered about at Wrigley Field, and they are having a blast as he crushes that one. A home run off of Kerry Wood, and a great moment. The Cardinals winning at Wrigley, I'm telling you, it doesn't get much better than that. And what they did over the last 2 days is pretty special. And J.J. Wetherholt, the Cardinals haven't had a Rookie of the Year since 2001, and that was Albert. Wetherholt is well on his way. He is having an incredible year, and yesterday he had another good one, and for that he was able to visit with Ken Rosenthal on Fox after the game. Wetherholt and Rosenthal, after what was a crazy, foggy, fireworks smoky day on the lake on the north side.
JJ, before we get to the game, what was it like playing in the fog? mean, you couldn't see the ball, to be honest. So we were talking about it. At first, it was kind of cool, and then I was like, bro, I'm kind of scared because you really could not see the ball. So just a weird delay, but they did what they could.
You had 3 hits tonight, all off left-handed pitching, all to the opposite field. This started, of course, with your home run on the first pitch off Imanaga. JJ, how would you describe your offensive approach, what you're trying to do at the plate?
I think today was a good example, honestly. Like, that's exactly what I was trying to do. Try to work to the backside of the field and just try to hit off the fastball, and was able to do so. Hit some fastballs, some sinkers, so really just stuck to my approach and had a good day.
You've won this series. You guys are in playoff position. Obviously, you're one of the biggest surprises in baseball. Inside the clubhouse, how do the players view the position that you're in?
Just excited. Every day we wake up excited to play. I mean, especially in an environment like this and a day like this, just so excited to get out there and show what we got. We play as a team, we play together, and just bringing that brand of baseball to the field each day and just trying to end with a win.
JJ, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a player he is. At one point on the Fox broadcast, our pal John Smoltz referred to it as a veteran play, the play I was referring to, where he threw to first knowing that he was going to have to make a perfect throw to get the runner at second to cut him down. He went for the easy throw at first base. He's not a veteran. He's a rookie. J.J. Wetherholt is a rookie. He's 23 years old. I mean, he is an incredible talent. He, as Ken mentioned there, had 3 hits yesterday. He's hitting .266 with 13 home runs and 36 RBIs with 9 steals. Those are the baseball card stats. You want to really look at numbers here? JJ, you know what WAR is, right? So WAR is wins above replacement. This is a stat that most organizations have used for the last few decades now, and what many halls of fame and all these other organizations look at when a career is done. But mostly it's about your value to your team and what that means. Do you know that J.J. Wetherholt's WAR is 4.2, which is the same as Yordan Alvarez, which is the same as Jacob Mizorowski? The number 1 WAR in baseball is Christopher Sanchez, the pitcher for the Phillies. Number 2, he's 5.7. Number 2 is Shohei Ohtani at 5.3. Number 3 is Pete Crow Armstrong at 5.1. So it goes Sanchez, Ohtani, PCA, Bobby Witt Jr., Kevin McGonigal, Otto Lopez, and Chase Burns tied at 4.3. And Miz, Yordan, and JJ are 4.2. You're telling me that JJ Wetherholt's not an all-star? Now, look, if you're going to scramble like you did last year to add Jacob Mizorowski with very little experience to this all-star team, you have to add Wetherholt to this team. Now, if that doesn't happen in the next few days, I'll be surprised, or the next week. He could be an injury replacement. It could well be on this team. But there is no question in my mind that J.J. Wetherholt should be showcased if baseball wants to showcase young stars. He's one of the best, not only young stars in the game, right now, he's one of the best second basemen in the game, period. The way that he's playing offensively, not to mention, he's having a Gold Glove caliber first half of the season at second base. There is no doubt about it that J.J. Wetherholt's an all-star. Now, I'm not going to end this segment on a negative note. I'm just pumping him up that he's great. Let's concentrate now on the man that was named an all-star, and that is Jordan Walker. This is very special, what Ollie Marmol did in the clubhouse before the game yesterday.
All right, I don't have to remind anybody in this room, this game is hard, and there's a ton of ups and downs and, twists and turns in this game, and so many times where we get in a place where we doubt ourselves. This is why this one's super special. This all-star selection, J-Walk, isn't about, in my opinion, 3 months of production, brother. This is about 3 years of perseverance, and you've done a hell of a job. This whole entire room has seen this dude get criticized, sent down, a ton of people doubting whether you would ever become the player that you're becoming right now. And through that entire process, you have stayed true to yourself. That's special. Last week we talked about, just confidence you borrow from results, disappear with the results. But when you draw it from who you're becoming, nobody can take that from you, dude. And this is a great example of that. So be proud of also the guys in this room, because a lot of these boys had your back through that process, and today we get to congratulate you for being an all-star.
All right, y'all have my back every step of the way. Reached out to me when I really needed it. At the bottom. But I mean, I don't even know what to say, man. It's truly an honor, and y'all are with me the whole way through, so it means a lot. I mean, I'm almost in tears right now because just y'all know how hard it was for me, for sure, these past few years. So, I mean, it means the most I can celebrate with you all. So I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you.
It's awesome stuff there. The Cardinals putting that video out from the clubhouse. Jordan Walker, 19 home runs, 63 RBIs, hitting .291. He's tied for third with 63 RBIs in this game, in this league. He is one of the best, and I cannot wait for baseball fans to discover Jordan Walker at the All-Star game in Philadelphia when the 6'6", 250-pounder gets up there for the first time and takes a rip at the plate. He'll play a good outfield, too. The guy can play, and he's got a cannon out and right. So good on you, Jordan Walker, for making this All-Star team. He is the Cardinals representative so far in the All-Star game, along with Ollie Marmol, who will be part of Dave Roberts' National League staff. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll be at Bell Reef Country Club, visiting with representatives of the BMW Championship. That great tournament is coming here in August at 10:45, 12 minutes from now. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to be joined by the Hall of Famer Chris Pronger to break down what the Blues have done here over the last week. It's been a lot. Ty Keough at 11:15. The great St. Louis soccer player and broadcaster will discuss the United States men's national team embarking on this round of 16 in the World Cup tomorrow against Belgium. Chaim Bloom at 11:30. Bernie Miklasz at 11:45. It's the one and only Sports on a Sunday Morning. Back after this.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core, so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Don't miss Mosby Building Arts Home Improvement Shows Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KMOX. One of the last call-in shows where you can get live answers to your remodeling, design, and construction questions. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m.
KMOX Weekend at your service. Sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fire Capital Management for your retirement highway. Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Securities made available through AE Financial Services LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Summer is here. Time to enjoy baseball, barbecues, and the shade of your trees. When it comes to tree care, call the certified arborist at Gamma Tree Experts. Hi, I'm Tim Gamma. Protect your valuable trees from storm damage or devastating insects such as the emerald ash borer. Knowledge and quality are hallmarks of our reputation. For pruning, spraying, fertilization, or removals, call Gamma Tree Experts today at 314-725-6159 or visit us at gammatree.com. Your trees deserve the best care.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Shh, here she comes.
Surprise!
surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop! Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations! Also, there's a beehive outside your store! And they're super aggressive! There's thousands of them!
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise? Saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired! Gross!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Need to order food for your workplace?
Yep.
That's a rhetorical question. Who are you?
Oh, I'm May, an admin who loves EasyCater.
Well, may I continue? I'm the voice of EasyCater. And don't you have work?
Actually, EasyCater saves me so much time ordering food for the office, I thought I'd take a minute to spread the word.
Well, this is a 30-second spot, and we're halfway through, so...
Right. EasyCater gives you a huge variety of restaurants to feed your workplace. Any group size, any budget, anytime, anywhere. How's that?
You trying to take my gig?
Start an order at easycater.com.
What's going on here?
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Now, back to the Great Bar Sports on a Sunday morning on 104.1 KMOX. From the Stifel Financial Sports Studio, here is Tom Ackerman.
We're at Belle Reef Country Club, the BMW Championship, August 18th through the 23rd, and we're with Senior Vice President of Tournaments for the Western Golf Association, Vince Pellegrino. It's great to be with you, and what a scene this is with all of these people here. The governor is standing right next to us, Governor Mike Keough. You can sense already what a big deal it is in St. Louis.
Yeah, it is. It's the playoffs. It's a big deal. It's one of the most prestigious championships on the PGA Tour. Kind of culminates the season-long competition for the FedEx Cup. And, you know, what better place to have it than in such a rabid sports town like St. Louis. The fans have been great with tickets and volunteerism. Just the support we've received from the local community all the way up to the governor's office has just been tremendous.
This golf course has been extended a little bit. They've lengthened it. It is one of the premier. It really is kind of like our professional sports venue, along with Busch Stadium and Enterprise Center and many others, Energizer Park.
Yeah, I think you can really look at it that. I mean, it is a stadium. It's just a stadium that happens to be, you know, on grass. And I think improving, the championship course like Belle Reef continues to put dollars back into the golf course, which is their most prized asset, to be able to host some of the best players in the world, to make it competitive, and stay up to date with advancing equipment and everything that goes into, the game of golf these days. So it is a ideal spot. The fans are great, community's great, and, you know, the golf course is going to test the best players in the world.
Yeah, for people who don't know, it's the FedEx Cup playoffs. We're talking about the top 50 players in that ranking. Some of the best in the world, Scotty Scheffler, among others, will be here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, all the great names, really. I mean, Rory McIlroy's up there, you know, Cameron Young, Victor Hovland, who just, you know, won the Travelers in a playoff against Scotty. You're going to see the biggest names in golf here. There's not going to be too many that are going to be outside that top 50, so it's a really good number. We're going to go off the first tee, so it's really cool to see all players go off one tee all 4 days and have the best 50 players in the game.
As a one-time caddy, I caddied for a couple of years at Westwood Country Club. I once caddied in a different state for Bob Knight. Now, you and I are both Indiana University graduates, and I look back at that with great fondness because it launched my going to IU. It launched my relationship with coaches. I think about the Evans Scholars and what they do for these young men and women across the country. All of the proceeds of this tournament go to Evans Scholars.
Yeah, and it is really a life-changing scholarship. I received the scholarship to Indiana University. I wouldn't have been able to attend that university, but for the scholarship. And, there's 1,300 kids that receive the scholarship each year as well. So those kids are having their lives changed by the impact that we make from championships like the BMW Championship. So whether you buy a ticket or merchandise or concessions, it all, at the end of the day, goes back to charity and the Evans Scholars Foundation, which is a caddy scholarship for deserving young men and women throughout the country that have good grades and the financial need. So it's an amazing scholarship, and we couldn't be more proud to be able to contribute that in a meaningful way with this championship.
Vince, it was exciting to pull in here and see the build-out already going up. It's happening. We're less than 2 months away.
It takes a while to put it up. It'll take less time to get it down, but it takes several months to put it up, and and the reason is because the support has been so great. If it hadn't been great, it wouldn't take as long to put up. But the spectator seating to the corporate hospitality to everything on the golf course, really, really amazing.
Thank you for the time. We'll see you in August.
Sounds good. Go Hoosiers.
A good visit with Vince Pellegrino, the Senior Vice President of Tournaments for the Western Golf Association. Dan Reardon coming up at the top of the hour with Camilo Villegas, who is the 2008 BMW Championship winner from Belle Reve. Right now, I want to tell you about my parlay of the day, sponsored by Circa Sports, sports betting the way it should be. I think I'm going to go soccer again. I've been watching this very closely. The World Cup. We're going to talk to Ty Keough about it on the way at 11:15. I'm very curious because I'm starting to hear some people put it out there that the United States has a chance to take the whole thing. Now, I don't know. I mean, 1 by 1, all right? Belgium 1 by 1. But I'm always curious how the odds makers look at this and how things are influenced maybe by what they see. This is the best I've seen so far from the U.S. now at plus 1,800. So I'm just putting it out there that it's plus 1,800. I'm not so sure that I'm going to go there, nor will I go France at plus 172 at this point as the favorite. I just don't think there's great value to. We're not even through the round of 16 yet. I mean, I saw France play yesterday. They looked good against Paraguay, 1-0. I was told, by the way, that Paraguay was not very good. They looked all right to me. But France got them, did what they had to do. I'm not going there. Argentina at plus 470 better. I'm still saying Spain at plus 625 would be where I go with that. If I'm looking at my best, if I want a good long shot, I like Mexico plus 2,200. I mean, are they going to win it all? I don't know. But at plus 2,200, I might take my shot. I think they're going to beat England. So there you have it. Parlay of the day, sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Get ready for a night back with legendary hits and non-stop energy. Bryan Adams is bringing the Roll with a Bunches tour to Enterprise Center Friday, July 24th.
Hello, this is Bryan Adams.
Sing along to the classics as Bryan Adams delivers an unforgettable night of rock anthems. Plus, special guests Pat Benatar and Neil Girardo. Bryan Adams, July 24th. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
When legacy automation starts impacting visibility and downtime, it may be time to consider modernization. Graybar's automation specialists work alongside your team to help you identify risks and map out realistic upgrade paths without unnecessary disruptions. Get started with a free health check of your operations and see what's possible. Yep, Graybar does that.
No! USA is up 2-0. That is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Relax, Mike.
See that, Dan? My left eye is twitching. That's my warning eye. It'll be 2-2 by stoppage time. It's never wrong.
With early payout from Bet365, I got paid the second they went up 2 goals. So to me, it's now the safest lead.
Early payout from Bet365, huh? Now my right eye is twitching, Dan.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight discussing sarcomas with Dr. Angela Herbie.
In small groups of patients, there is an inherited genetic risk, but this is the vast minority of patients. And we typically identify these groups of individuals because of numerous family members having these rare cancers, and many of them being young. When I say young, anybody under the age of 40.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM KMOX. Now, back to the Graybar Sports on a Sunday morning on 104.1 KMOX. From the Stifel Financial Sports Studio, here is Tom Ackerman.
Boy, listen to all those great sponsors. Love all that. Thank you for all the support of sports on a Sunday morning. Joining us is Hockey Hall of Famer Chris Pronger. It is always a treat. How are you, pal?
Tommy, how's it going? What's going on? It's been a while.
I know. How's the book going now? Earned is your book, The True Cost of Greatness, from one of hockey's fiercest competitors. You certainly were that. How are things going as an author?
Are you talking about the international best-selling Earned?
Oh, baby. Let's go. That's good.
Yes. No, it's going really well. Great reviews, great feedback. Book is doing its intended purpose, which is to make people uncomfortable, push people, and hopefully force people to take ownership and level up and be better. This is people, athletes, people in general, whatever. Whatever you're looking to do. Book can help you.
I hear you're doing an event at the MAC next month?
I am, yeah. End of August. I believe it's August 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
That's cool. I know you got a lot of good ones. That one will be good. Marty Kilcoyne is your guy for that one?
Martine is there.
Yes.
He's going to be feeding the questions, and I'm sure he'll be going out to those in the crowd to see if they have anything else for me, because I'm sure Martin will get a little tired at some point.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. That's exciting. I know it is. And what sort of old feelings do you get back when you see what the Blues are doing and assembling their team and young guys, like a Robert Thomas? It does feel like the Blues are trying to give him a chance to win here, because I felt like, I don't know how you feel about it, but I felt like they did a good job of adding some youth, but also some veteran presence. Did they do a good job overall?
Yeah, they have certainly improved. I think they utilized the draft picks, the draft capital, we'll call it, that they had. Having that many first-round picks gave them a lot of optionality with respect to how to utilize those. They get their pick at 11 and then trade 15 and I think it was 29 for Mason McTavish, who I know very well. I played junior hockey with his father in Peterborough, and so I know Mason quite well, and he'll be a great fit here in St. Louis and will, I think, help slot players into the right. You'll get Thomas at the 1 hole. You'll hopefully have McTavish at the 2 hole. Then you have Dvorsky or Suter. Like then you start having optionality, and you allow Dalibor Dvorsky to kind of slot in a little bit better. I think pushing him into the 2C hole last year probably was a little before its time. And, I think he's slowly rounding into shape and developing at his current trajectory. I think, I like the moves they've made. Brandon Carlo, I think, gives them another solid top 6 defender, right shot. And then, I think as you look at some of the moves, I think they'll sit on their hands here for a little bit and wait for things to play out.
Yeah.
Offer sheets and whatnot that we've seen over the last couple of days and see how things kind of play out. There might be teams looking to offload contracts or players, and I'm sure they'll be abreast of all that stuff.
Sure. McTavish, as you mentioned, has got those great hands. McMichael's got really good speed. You talked about Carlo and his experience, and then they add some muscle in Johnston. I mean, they're going to have a physical presence with him. What sort of identity do you think Steiner is trying to build with this team right now?
Well, I think you've heard him say time and time again, they want to bring their lunch pails to the rink every single day. They want to work hard. They want to show up each and every day to improve and get better, and also entertain the fans. And I think you look at, as you mentioned, some of the players that they've acquired. Ross Johnson is going to be a fan favorite for sure. We know how this city is with players that play with a physical edge, and he is certainly one of them. Connor McMichael, who you talked about, I think is a great pickup for St. Louis and gives them a lot of versatility and depth. I think as you look now at up the middle and obviously on the wings, they've got a lot of young players, a lot of players kind of starting to get towards their prime. So you can see them trending in the right direction. And really, it's just a matter of putting it all together and hopefully taking that next step. I think last year, again, was another valuable learning lesson that it's an 82-game schedule, soon to be 84. And each game matters, and when they matter the most is when you got to be playing your best. And I think last year we saw towards the latter part of the season, whether they ran out of gas or they just faltered, you hope that they learn from that and are able to implement some of that wisdom into their season upcoming.
And then finally, something you just alluded to, I guess the NHL's doing well. I mean, Carlson gets an offer sheet worth $18 million per year for the Flyers. Now, can the Ducks match this? I would assume they could. You played for both organizations. What do you think about this Carlson move?
Well, I think the Ducks can do it, whether they want to do it. And, when you have a GM come out and say, I'll match any offer, well, okay, let's see you put your money where your mouth is now.
All right.
It's going to be a hard pill for them to swallow with the players that they still have yet to sign. Cutter Gauthier being one who is not eligible for an offer sheet, and then Pavel Mintyukov, who is an excellent young defenseman and somebody who's coveted around the league. And so it'll be interesting how that plays out. And certainly with those players up for new contracts, then you got Becca Seneca in a couple of years. They've got to keep things going down the right path, so to speak. So I could potentially see them not signing the offer sheet and letting him walk if they negotiate as hard as I've heard at all points in time and literally hours before he signed that offer sheet. Allegedly, they offered him $12 million, which had they offered him that last summer, I guarantee you he would have signed it. But as we all know, times change. And as quickly as one calendar year, things can change real quick with respect to what players are being offered. And right after that, I believe Kirill Kaprizov signed his $17 million deal. So the world changed real quickly. And so that part, I think for fans, it's hard to understand. I think, around the league, people are kind of scratching their head. But as you and I both know, I played in Anaheim. There's not a lot of people on the East Coast and frankly in the Midwest that watch West Coast hockey. They don't stay up that late to watch Pacific time. And Leo Carlson is the real deal. He is a superstar in the making. And, sometimes this is what it takes to get a player of that caliber.
Yes, absolutely. Chris Pronger with us. His book, Earned, is getting all kinds of accolades. Not only that, but you're out speaking to groups, talking about raising the standards, talking to business leaders. I think it's phenomenal what you're doing, my man, and I wish you all the best with the book. Of course, we encourage people to look it up. It's on Amazon first and foremost, but support a local bookstore and grab it.
Absolutely. Well said, Tommy. I don't know if I could say it any better than that.
I do my best. You're the best, pal. Thanks for jumping on KMOX this morning. It's great to hear from you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, pal.
Hall of Famer Chris Pronger will be back with more after the 11 o'clock news.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Our front paws, hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
There's an old joke about Uncle Sam's new tax short form. The first line says, "How much did you make?" The next line says, "Send it in." Really, not that funny, but that's what a lot of people do in retirement. They take money out of their 401k or IRA and end up sending it in when they pay taxes. Steve All of the All Financial Group invites you to take their tax challenge. What if your current plan included thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes and fees? Or maybe higher Medicare premiums or a lower Social Security check? What if the savings you realized could allow you to retire early? Wouldn't you want to know about that right now? Take the All Financial Group Tax Challenge and find out. There's no charge. Call Steve today at 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
When you want a brand new kitchen, there's nothing to it. There's a brand new way to do it. 3-day kitchen and bath. It's all about time.
Save time and money.
Do it now, don't wait till later. Call the top-notch renovator. It's about time.
3 days or less.
At 3-day kitchen and bath.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear.
It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. President Trump delivered his July 4th message from the National Mall. That's been at the center of his controversial rehabilitation projects throughout Washington, D.C. Secretary of the Interior Doug Burgum told ABC it's going well, especially at the reflecting pool.
We've fixed 48 monuments, 22 fountains that hadn't had water going for years. We eliminated over 1,000 graffiti sites. All of these things have been going on across the city, and everybody that lives in Washington, D.C. says the place has never looked better.
The nation celebrated its 250th birthday with celebrations large and small, some of them affected by record heat that blanketed the eastern part of the country. 3 firefighters who were killed battling fires on the Colorado-Utah border last weekend are being remembered today at a memorial in Grand Junction, Colorado. And a 4th of July barbecue was interrupted by gunfire in the Coney Island neighborhood of New York City. 8 people, including 4 kids, were hurt. A 21-year-old woman's in critical condition. This is ABC News. Paul Pelosi, the husband of former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, is facing a hit-and-run charge in Napa County, California.
Authorities say a witness saw Pelosi back into a parked empty car and drive away. He was not arrested. No alcohol was found in his system, but he could face a misdemeanor charge. If you have leftovers from your July 4th barbecue, ABC medical correspondent Dr. Darian Sutton says there are some food safety tips to remember.
As a reminder, bacteria love to grow between temperatures of 40 and 140 degrees. When that food is out for 2 hours or more, that is an opportunity for bacteria to spread and infection risks to increase. Also, you want to make sure that you're keeping your food in the refrigerator no more than 3 to 4 days. I say that smell test, mark a number down or the date down with a marker on the produce when you're putting it in the refrigerator so you don't have to guess. And most importantly, this is often missed, when you're reheating your food, grab that food thermometer and make sure that the food is getting to that 165 degrees.
Brian Clark,
At 11:02, a cloudy sky in downtown St. Louis. We're looking at a chance of some thunderstorms around 5 o'clock, and it's 81 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Tom Ackerman, and these are the stories making news. We're looking at the power outage map for Missouri and for Illinois, for that matter, just after some overnight mess, really, for utility companies. After those thunderstorms, they were working to get those homes back in order. Missouri topped 84,000 at dusk. That number has just about been sliced in half. In the state of Missouri, it's now 45,600. St. Louis County accounting for 6,425 customers still without power. On the Illinois side, we're looking at St. Clair County, currently at 565 customers without power. That is a big change from yesterday's well over 1,500. And Illinois yesterday had 36,000 customers out. It's now been cut in half to 17,000. Those thunderstorms really messed things up in terms of 4th of July celebrations. Then the wind was also a major problem. It caused 2 tractor trailers yesterday to overturn in the westbound lanes of the Musial Bridge. It snapped tree branches, brought down power lines, as we mentioned, even uprooted some trees around the region. So there's some cleanup happening today. The communities of Florissant and Hazelwood decided to hold off their fireworks displays. They postponed until tonight. In New York, during a 4th of July speech at New York Harbor, Vice President J.D. Vance talked about the courage and fortitude of James Eads, who used a 40-gallon whiskey barrel to get to the bottom of the Mississippi River in St. Louis back in the 1800s.
The riverbed was pitch black, the current pulling his feet every which way. Sand swirled around him like a dense snowstorm, he later recalled. But he located his target, a large hunk of lead, tied on the cable, and came back to the surface.
Vance said Eads built the steel bridge that still carries his name, then went on to build gunboats for the U.S. military despite never having any formal training as an engineer. St. Louis-based Ambassadors of Harmony put on quite a show this weekend at the International Chorus Contest.
When they sing, the crowd will roar. They'll be screaming more, more, more. They're gonna sing it like before. A full octave higher than the sky.
By just 1 point out of 2,100 possible, the Ambassadors edged out the Music City Chorus of Nashville for the gold medal. It's the 6th international title for the local group Ambassadors of Harmony. The Barbershop Harmony Society sponsors the event, and the St. Louis-based Ambassadors get the win, placing best out of 38 choruses from the U.S., United Kingdom, Japan, and New Zealand. Our weather today, let's turn our attention to the AccuWeather office.
KMOX AccuWeather will have clouds and intervals of sun this afternoon with a shower and thunderstorm at times. It'll be humid, but not as warm with a high of 88. Turning out partly cloudy tonight, still humid with a low of 71. A spotty afternoon thunderstorm and some sun tomorrow, high 87. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's 82 in Florissant, 82 in St. Peters, cloudy sky, 81 degrees downtown at the Arch at 11:06.
From KMOX Sports, This is the Gray Bar Sports on a Sunday morning. Gray Bar, your distributor for electrical and datacom needs. Now from the Stifel Financial Sports Studio, here is Tom Ackerman.
If you're looking for Cardinals coverage, you've come to the right place. KMOX has the game today at 1:30, Cards and Cubs at Wrigley Fields. We'll take you up until then. We also, last hour, recapped a terrific win last night, a 3-0 win at Wrigley for the Cardinals after pounding the Cubs on Friday 17-1. They come right back and shut them out. Kyle Leahy pitches 5 scoreless. He's looked really good for this team, and then a nice bullpen effort. We went through all the highlights, so we won't do that again, but the bullpen was, I thought, really good last night. Soriano, Stanek, Romero, and then O'Brien gets his 22nd save. And the Cardinals get the home run on the first pitch of the game from Wetherholt. They get a couple of hits from Burleson with an RBI. Herrera had an RBI, and the Cardinals win the ball game 3-0. Jordan Walker's an all-star. J.J. Wetherholt should be. We went through all of that last hour. Here's your lineup. We're only looking forward now. Just forward. You're looking to try to sweep this series, jump the Cubs in the standings, and get moving. Matthew Liberatore is the starting pitcher, coming off a nice outing last time around. He only allowed 1 hit in that last game at Atlanta. He went 5 innings. He allowed 1 hit, 1 run. He walked 4, but he struck out 9 and looked to be back on track for the Redbirds. Starting lineup today for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's going to be J.J. Wetherholt leading off again. Wetherholt will face a right-hander this time in Javier Assad. That is going to be the first pitch of the game. We'll see if he can do it again. Wetherholt will lead off and play second base. Herrera is behind the plate for Libby. We thought that would happen. He caught Libby last game and looked really good doing it. So he'll be the catcher today, batting second. Burleson's at first, batting third. Jordan Walker's in right. He's the cleanup hitter. Lars Nootbaar in left field, batting fifth. Mason Wynn, the shortstop, sixth. Nathan Church in center field, bats seventh. Jose Fermin is your third baseman today, batting eighth, and Brian Torres will be the DH, batting ninth. Again, it goes Wetherholt, Herrera, Burleson, Walker, Nootbaar, Wynn, Church, Fermin, and Torres. The World Cup, we've been talking about that. The United States and Belgium. We'll get into all of it with Ty Keough coming up in just 7 minutes. Round of 16 today, 3 o'clock start for Brazil and Norway. That's the first game of the day, 3 o'clock. Brazil and Norway, they're both really good, I think. So that should be fun. I don't know that it'll be better, though, than tonight. Tonight in Mexico City, Mexico and England. Does England understand what it's walking into tonight? I would think they do. That place is going to be an absolute hornet's nest. I mean, a crowd like maybe you've never seen before in the World Cup. That is going to be unbelievable. Mexico playing a game in Mexico City against England. Sign me up for that. Cardinals game will be wrapped up by then. They play at 1:30 today. Also today, you have NASCAR, the Aero 400. That's taking place at Chicagoland Speedway, not far away from where the Cardinals are. Starts with 5 o'clock coverage. TNT is leading the coverage on that. There's IndyCar going on in just a little bit. They're going to get started at Mid-Ohio for IndyCar. We have NASCAR coming to St. Louis September 13th at World Biotechnology Raceway. We also have golf coming, and the BMW Championship will be here before you know it, August 18th to the 23rd at Bell Reef Country Club. This is the top 50 players in the FedEx Cup playoff rankings. He won't be in there, but he will be thought of very highly because he won here in 2008. It was an emotional one and a great connection for him. He's one of the great guys in golf, and he is the champion of the 2008 BMW Championship with our Dan Reardon.
An opportunity to visit with Camilo Villegas on KMOX. Camilo, I'll take you back to 2008. What's the first thing you learned about St. Louis when you got here?
I'm telling you, I just this kid coming out of college, played 2 years on the PGA Tour, come to St. Louis. I didn't know much, and then it was a pleasant surprise. I mean, obviously now I know a lot more about St. Louis, but the more important thing back then was like where's the golf course? Let's go play some golf and let's see how it goes. And it happened to be a very special place in my life where not only the fans but the people of St. Louis just brought good energy, motivated me, and I ended up getting my first PGA Tour win.
My memory of that weekend, we got a lot of rain. That was a wet tournament. Talk a little bit about what you remember about that championship.
Yes, that part was for sure. It's funny how you also remember the bad things. I remember 4-putting number 9. Don't ask me why, the first day. And then, yes, the rain and a long day on Sunday. But that long day, I was motivated, I was excited, and I came out strong. It was a battle during the whole day until the last hole where I ended up hitting a beautiful drive, putting that ball on the green on 2 and 2-putting to get my first win. It was a feeling of relief. It was a feeling of joy, and it was a feeling of being proud of myself and all the work we had done to put ourselves in that position.
At that time, were you a leaderboard watcher that you knew what was going on the back 9?
I've always been a leaderboard watcher. I mean, come Thursday, Friday, there's not much. There's come Saturday, the beginning of, well, I guess Friday sometimes when you're in the heat and trying to make the cut, you do have to look at the leaderboard, and then Saturday you come out with a purpose, and Sunday you want to know where you are, especially in the back 9. There's different players that have been known for not looking at the leaderboards and focusing on one shot at a time, but at the end of the day, you gotta play the game. You gotta play what's on the scoreboard. You gotta play what's up there, and it might change your decision in terms of go for this green, how do you hit this putt, and at the end of the day, if you're playing to win, there's nothing wrong with looking at those boards.
5 PGA Tours later, 44 years of age. What's the challenge you face right now in the game of golf?
The challenge is beating these young guys. They come more prepared, they come stronger, and they come ready. The challenge is putting everything in place, being organized, and managing time, just because priorities do change in life. I'm 44 years old. I have a family, I have a foundation, I'm on the board of the PGA Tour. I want to spend more time with my parents. I want to do other things. It's not breakfast, lunch, and dinner golf like it used to be when I was in my 20s. So you gotta learn how to manage that and stay competitive. You gotta continue to be curious on how to get better, and you gotta continue to have that passion to wake up every morning and do it. Not that it's not there, but I do have less time. I'm busier. I have more responsibilities, and I don't mean it as an excuse to my bad game right now, but it's something that you have to work on in order to stay competitive out here, because these young guys are good.
2 quick questions to wrap it up. 6 years from now, you're on the senior tour. Are you going to be Spider-Man on the senior tour?
Well, it's going to be an old Spider-Man if that's the case, but I wouldn't have a problem with that. Now, you know what? Now I freaking lay down on the green. Just more like Fitzy. It's like, I don't need it. But yeah, I can still do it, and I work on my fitness, and I'm proud of that. And I would love to play on the Champions Tour, yeah.
And I mentioned a countryman of yours, Marissa Brianna. You now have a young talent on the women's side. Marin, I think is her name, who won the ANWA.
Yeah.
Talk a little about her and what kind of relationship do you have with her at all?
She's definitely younger, so I don't really know her too much on the personal side, but I keep track of her, and she's been doing this process that's unbelievable. She's playing great golf, and she seems extremely committed and ready. So I'm looking forward to the day that she turns pro and just and goes out there and continues to pile up victories and accomplish dreams and goals that she has put together. She's definitely a good representative of my country, and you're always proud for your fellow Colombians.
And you were able to teach her how to read putts.
Well, I think she's doing pretty good. Maybe she needs to teach
your style,
me right now. She needs to teach me right now. She's making a lot of putts. She's winning golf tournaments, and she's doing things the right way.
I really like Camilo Villegas with KMOX's Dan Reardon right there. Really nice interview. And if you want to learn more about Villegas, go to Benjamin Hockman's column that he wrote in the past week in the Post-Dispatch about him. It's really, really well done about the loss of his 1-year-old daughter and what they're doing with their foundation and with the emotions of that, how they became stronger together, and how they pay tribute to her. It's really, really well done. And St. Louis is behind Camilo Villegas. I can tell you that. We are behind you. Really nice to see him again. It's been a while. We'll take a break. When we come back, Ty Keough talking about the United States men's national team embarking on a round of 16 matchup tomorrow against Belgium. Back after this.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
We often hear the words retirement and annuity used in the same sentence, but it's important to know that not all annuities are the same. If you're not sure, it may be time for an annuity x-ray. Steve All and the team at the All Financial Group can review your annuity. Call Steve at 636-230-8824 and at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance products, including annuities. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Renewal by Andersen is the #1 window and door brand for customer service. Schedule your free inspection today. Call 877-WINDOWS. That's 877-WINDOWS. Or head to rbastl.com.
Well, I'm sure you're aware, I guess you can all imagine, that not only are we busy, but other reputable companies are also just as busy, if not busier, and it's only going to get worse. So if you know, I know this is tough, but if your system has not been keeping up with your house for just not this year, but last year, the year before, and even the year before that, if you want to quit doing it and just get it done, just call me, Bart Inman, and it's one easy number, the easiest of numbers that sometimes I forget. So write it down. 314-293-2600, Missouri and Illinois, or on the internet, bartinman.com. That is Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
Seeing more bees, wasps, or hornets around your home? Carpenter bees can damage wood structures, and wasps and hornets often hide nests inside walls. Don't risk getting stung. Let Rottler Pest Solutions protect your home and family. Call Rottler today or visit Rottler.com.
Now, back to the Great Bar Sports on a Sunday morning on 104.1 KMOX. From the Stifel Financial Sports Studio, here is Tom Ackerman.
Ty Keough joins us, former member of the United States men's national team who plays tomorrow against Belgium, and Ty is with us. Did you just play in the media game for City? Did I hear that or no?
Yeah, that was Monday afternoon. Yeah, it was a little bit steamy.
Did you show those kids how it's done or what?
Well, I tried. You know, I did. At least everybody left the field under their own power, so that was critical.
That's important. It's great. It's always great to visit with you. What a time this is. I bet you're just having a blast taking this all in and seeing new soccer fans pop up every day.
Well, the World Cup is something special. There's no question. It's only once every 4 years. The whole world's attention is on it, and And when you host it, as we are co-hosting it this time around, it adds even more to it because the coverage and the full stadiums, and giant NFL stadiums packed. It's almost too much to handle. And now you got 48 teams in a World Cup. The World Cup, the original editions were just 16 teams. In '98, it went to 32 teams, and now it's 48. So it's a lot of. Well, there's Cinderella stories, I guess, built into that because it does kind of dilute the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Brazil and Norway today. It's been a little while for Brazil. They want to do something here. I think this could be a tough one for them. What do you think?
Well, Brazil, if you remember, in 2014, they hosted the World Cup and absolutely got blasted by the German team 7-1 at home in that World Cup. So, but historically, other than that aberration, Brazil is very strong when World Cups are hosted in the Western Hemisphere. That's where they've basically won, but also won over in Asia in 2002. But they have the talent. Vinicius Jr. is dynamite. He could score goals, make them out of nothing. He does that with Real Madrid. Casemiro is a top-flight midfielder who anchors their center midfield and plays for Manchester United. So they've got some big-time players. Even off their bench, a guy like Martinelli, who plays for Arsenal. These guys can be game winners and game changers.
And tonight, what is England walking into at Mexico?
Well, having played in the Azteca in a World Cup qualifier, I don't envy them. That particular stadium in Mexico City, above 7,000 feet in elevation, it's really difficult to come out of there with a victory, even for a team like England. I mean, Harry Kane is wonderful. Bellingham is a tremendous athlete that makes runs from midfield that open everything up. You've got really a lot of danger that England can create on set pieces, too, with Rice's ability to deliver balls into dangerous areas. So, they've got the tools to do it. And Harry Kane's such a team leader for England. I'd call him a total footballer. He's the kind of guy, he does everything well. He can head the ball and score goals with his head. He could hit balls out of the air with his feet. He could tackle. He can defend. He could play almost any position on the field and be one of the best players on the field at that position. And not only that, his leadership in the locker room and on the field is incredible. So, Harry Kane will have them ready.
I loved watching him and how he was able to rally them against DR Congo. How much of a loss is Flo Balogun for the United States tomorrow? Is this going to be felt?
It is. I mean, he's an instant threat offensively on his own. And I don't know if we have someone else that can fill that in quite the same way. We have some good players, guys that know how to finish, guys that know how to run off the ball that could take his place. Ricardo Pepi has shown well in this World Cup here and there. Haji Wright hasn't really had a chance to show what he can do. So it's going to take an adjustment, no question, in terms of how we pressure the opponent getting out of their own end, and also in how we create the openings for goal-scoring chances, because Balogun is just physically such a force as a target player up there. He can occupy 2 or 3 defenders, and it creates openings for guys like Pulisic, who can be devastating if they can find those openings.
Do you think the U.S. turns the page from the red card debacle? I mean, just reading what they're saying and hearing them, do you feel like they're in a good place?
Well, you have to. I mean, there's nothing. You have to move on, and you have to see what you do have and make the most of what you do have. There's enough talent in the team and enough depth in the team that they can overcome it. There's no question. You'd rather have him, but without him, I don't think it destroys the team's ability to come in and really be competitive.
This U.S. team isn't a surprise necessarily at this point that they made it this far. How good is Belgium, and what will they – obviously you just described some of the things they need to do, but I guess more of a question is, what would Belgium need to do to beat the United States? They're very talented. Watched them just the other night.
Yeah, but you mentioned something about the U.S. first. This is a team that is capable of going farther in this tournament and is capable of beating Belgium. I don't want to put pressure on them, but this team has been playing with so much fluidity in terms of their tactical setup and also so much flair individually. Serginho Dest out on the right side, man, he's a magician, with the ball. He's a trickster. And you see Malik Tillman in midfield, heel flicks and nutmegs. And this is a different brand of gravy for the U.S. team in terms of the guys having the true confidence. Weston McKennie also, he has so many tools. Not only is he athletic and great in the air, but he's got tremendous vision. So you're right. This is a different kind of U.S. team. It's more fun to watch. As far as Belgium goes, they've got some of their old horses. Thibaut Courtois, he plays for Real Madrid. He's their goalkeeper. He's dynamite. He's still one of the top 3 or 4 goalkeepers in the world, in my opinion. Kevin De Bruyne, who was their golden boy for years, is now 35 years old. So I think that's to our advantage. Lukaku is always dangerous as target player, either off the bench or starting. He's just such a mountain of a man. They have their weapons, and Doku is their best weapon. He wears number 11. He's their right winger. Tim Ream is going to be up against that to some degree. Doku, every time he gets the ball, can beat 1 or 2 players. He's just devastating. So he plays for Man City. So it's the real deal. And it's when you get to the stage of the tournament, this is the kind of matchups you see, and those are the kind of matchups that determine the outcome.
Finally, Ty Keough, one of the great players and broadcasters that our town, let alone the country, has ever had. Where do you take in a game like this?
Well, basically, because my mom is from Mexico, we get together over at my sister's house. It's a family thing. And so we'll watch the Mexico game tonight there at my sister's house. The U.S. games are with my daughters and my grandkids. Again, it's a family thing. And that goes back to my dad, of course, who played in the 1950 World Cup. So, we want to be together as the Keough clan.
Just amazing family lineage and history right there with this. I can't wait to see what happens. It's great to have you on KMOX always. We'll do it again.
All right, Tom. My pleasure. Good talking with you.
Good to visit with Ty Keough on KMOX. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Chaim Bloom, Cardinals president of baseball operations, joins us from Wrigley Field right after this.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. You know, when you go to the Audiology Center, you'll see a doctor of audiology. And with us right now, Dr. Colleen Bosler. Dr. Bosler, what are some of the signs of hearing loss?
Well, it's a number of things. Sometimes loved ones notice a person asking others to repeat themselves, or the television is too loud. What people tend to notice first with hearing loss is the loss of clarity. They can hear people talking, but they cannot always understand what's being said. That's because the hearing loss can cause you to miss certain consonant sounds, and those consonant sounds give us the detail to the word. A hearing aid can help bring back those details and give you a sense of clarity that you're missing.
Dr. Colleen Bosler at the Audiology Center with 3 locations in the greater St. Louis area. Call for an appointment, 636-441-7470. Online, theaudiologycenterstl.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You feel it every time you check out. Prices up, paychecks stretched, families squeezed. That's why Ann Wagner's fighting to get government off your back and out of your way. Wagner passed the largest tax cut in American history, expanded child tax credits, ended taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. And Wagner is working to lower costs so families keep more of their hard-earned money. But Ann Wagner knows delivering from Missouri means more than just protecting their wallets. It means protecting our streets as well. That's why Wagner fought to secure our border, deport dangerous illegal aliens, partner with law enforcement, and put predators behind bars and off our streets so our neighborhoods and communities stay safe. Because real effective leadership protects what matters most: your money, your family, your safety. Ann Wagner for Congress.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's.
England carries genuine expectations this time. A composed striker leads a squad packed with Premier League talent. The three Lions are well organized, physical in midfield, and lethal from set pieces.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
KMOX Weekend at your service. Sponsored by Air Comfort Service, Heating, Cooling, and Installation.
Now, back to the Great Bar Sports on a Sunday morning on 104.1 KMOX. From the Stifel Financial Sports Studio, here is Tom Ackerman.
Boy, we got a lot of people watching the show today online. I guess when the Cardinals are good, business is good. We're joined by Cardinals President of Baseball Operations, Chaim Bloom. Chaim, thanks for joining us this morning.
It's good to be with you. I just walked out of the visiting manager's office here at Wrigley Field, and our friend Ali asked me specifically to tell you hello.
Oh,
so
please.
That's what I'm doing.
That's good. I appreciate that. He had a good birthday, and it's been a good run for the Cardinals here over the last few days. My goodness. I mean, I don't know. You'd probably say they could, but I don't know that they can play any better than that.
Well, you certainly couldn't ask for much more than what we saw the last 2 days. I mean, obviously Friday, that was something. I mean, I'm being informed here as I was over the weekend that there were some historic things about that game and the margin of victory and all that. That's not going to happen every day. But then to follow it up, and these guys got in late too Thursday night, obviously, and then to follow it up with a gritty game under some pretty irregular conditions last night would be cool. It was cool, and it'd be great to take this last one here today.
Yeah, I've been to Wrigley many times, and I've seen foggy days in Chicago. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that with what looked like fireworks smoke trapped in the fog and everything else that was going on. That
was crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting up on the press level. I literally couldn't see the outfielders, and I'm thinking they must be able to see better down there than I can up here. And then you find out after the game that no, they couldn't. Like obviously strikeouts, ground balls, those play in the fog, but any ball in the air they couldn't see, which was something.
Yeah, it really was. They had a shot of you at one point on your laptop up there when Joe Davis, John Smoltz, and Ken Rosenthal were talking about you. I don't know if that was before or after the fog, but I thought, well, at least he can get some work done up there.
Was that during the delay?
It was during the game. Yeah, they had a shot. They were talking.
Okay.
They were talking about you and what you've been able to build to this point. I know it's early in your regime as president of baseball operations, but the Cardinals are getting a lot of hype. That said, you have one All-Star, maybe more. Well, two, Ollie Marmol and Jordan Walker. Walker with a great great first half of the season. And an even better address, I thought, to his teammates after Ollie Marmol had a wonderful introduction in the clubhouse. Speaking of Ollie, I mean, that was really a neat video that the Cardinals put out yesterday.
Yeah, and that's, they're all special. Obviously, being an all-star is an incredible accomplishment, and every single one of them special. But this one had a little extra to it just because of the journey to this point. And there was genuine emotion in that room, and well-earned. And it just goes to show, obviously, this game, there's that quote that baseball is designed to break your heart. It is. It's a tough game, and it will bring you to your knees again and again. And it's just a credit to believing in yourself, a credit to staying with it, a credit to hard work and perseverance. And great to see him. One thing that stuck out to me was all he said when he talked about the player that Jordan is becoming, right? He didn't use the past tense, that this is something that is a work in progress. The work continues, and we have confidence that it will. And it's really that spirit that, as we've talked about all season, that's gotten Jordan to where he is. It's just being willing to keep his head down, not worry about outside noise, not worry about things he can't control, and worry instead about what he has to do to live up to his potential. And it's just amazing to see it rewarded in this way.
Yeah. I think about guys like today's starter Liberatore, what he is going through and how he is trying to get over the hump. And the last start was a very strong step in that direction. He found something in his last start, didn't he?
Yeah, and that was also cool the way that played out. And I know the story, obviously came out after the fact that, Yvonne came in and said, let me have a crack at this guy, which also is a testament to how much he's growing in that position and in that role to want to take that on and take that much pride in helping out one of his pitchers and helping him to find success and believing that he could do it and wanting to take on that work. But, that's what we do. That's the nature of this, and it's something – you've heard me like a broken record talk about it again and again. There is always going to be competition in this game. There's only so many spots up here, and players are going to compete for them, and we do need to be aware of that competition, be responsive to it, and make sure that players are earning everything they get. But, Jordan's story, Libby start the other night, you never, ever give up on players at this level because they're so talented. That's why they got here, and there's always something else you can unlock. And we need to be the organization that's unlocking more than our share. We know that with the competition in the industry these days and all the things everybody's doing behind the scenes, if we don't do it, somebody else will. So we need to put in that extra mile to make sure that we're the team that's doing that more often than not.
Kyle Leahy, another one of those who has had a steady, Plante too. I mean, bouncing back from raised eyebrows as to what they might be able to accomplish, and here they are in this rotation moving forward. Chaim Bloom is with us on KMOX. Cardinals with a 135 start today against the Cubs. I'm told that is 135, not 130. So we'll continue to watch that very closely. Of course, you have a chance to sweep this series. You have a chance to see J.J. Wetherholt continue to do incredible things against the Cubs. I mean, when I think of an engine to get your team moving, I think of J.J., and he does it on the first pitch last night. Look, I said last hour, I made my case. I don't want to sit here and be negative, but the fact that he wouldn't be sitting there on that National League lineup, standing there being introduced before the game doesn't seem right to me next week.
Yeah. Well, he certainly has done enough and shown enough to deserve that spot. We know this is how it works, that not everybody who deserves it gets it, and we're obviously biased towards our own guys. But look, I'm going to look at this and say, hey, this is a great thing that, to this point, obviously we only have one player in the game that could change. As we know, there's always those types of things that can happen, and hopefully, we've got a couple guys that are in consideration if spots do open up. But the fact that we're talking about this, the fact that there's different guys in that clubhouse you can point to and feel that way about, I think that's a credit to what's going on here, a credit to them. And, for JJ also just remarkable to do this as a rookie and to really establish this as his standard where you just come to expect it. We shouldn't forget how hard that is. And it's pretty impressive that he's been able to set what, feels like a baseline, and it's harder than that. And it's just really cool to see him do this so consistently.
Just a few minutes left with Chaim Bloom. So our time is limited. I want to jump right to the minors and things that are happening down there. Gerangelo St. Joe. Holy smokes. I watched his video yesterday. He is getting some swing and miss, to put it lightly.
Yeah, there's definitely progress there. Obviously, there's been some ups and downs, and there's been outings where there's a few more walks than you'd like, a few more runs allowed than you'd like. But the progress has also been remarkable. Some really cool things happening behind the scenes in terms of delivery work with him, just to be able to get him to access his best stuff more consistently, and also some work on his arsenal. And, this is a guy obviously so unique, and trying to make sure we keep his uniqueness alive and a weapon for him, while also developing that upside that he has, particularly from the right side. And he's made real strides. He's added some different weapons to his arsenal from the right side. He was always facing lefties as a lefty, and now to be able to face him as a righty, have some breaking ball options to go to, have a sinker that he's added that he can have as a weak contact option versus righties. Obviously, it's an explosive and a very special fastball. And he's gotten some swing and miss on the other stuff as well. So really exciting. As you can see by just the special things he can do, he's a really unique athlete and learns quickly and is able to do some pretty cool things on the mound. So it's exciting to see an outing like what he had yesterday. 6
scoreless innings, struck out 9. Springfield beat Arkansas 7-5. How is Joshua Baez, our favorite sports car down there, doing? How are things under the hood for Joshua?
That's good. I guess that means that, well, it means the good thing is it means he's in the conversation so much that they keep having to say the same stuff.
Yeah.
But you're probably tired of hearing me saying it. But he's good, man. He again, it's all part of the process. But every time he seems to raise the bar. And again, like the fact that we're having this conversation, he's doing his part. He's putting pressure on us. And the way he's going about his work is really cool to see. That's a tough level, because sometimes we say about AAA that no one wants to be there, right? It's the level where there's the most unhappy people, because you have the guys that got sent down that want to come back up. You have the veterans who have put some time in the big leagues that are trying to get back there, and you have the guys on their way up that they're so close they can taste it. And so it's hard to stay focused at that level. I give a lot of credit to our staff there and the environment they're able to create, which is a good working environment, but also to someone like Josh, who's just focused on how good he can be and what he needs to do to get there. And that's really cool to see, and cool to see it play out on the field. He's in a great spot.
Chaim Bloom, it's always great to visit with you. It's July 5th. We're a long way from the trade deadline, so we'll table that discussion for another day. We've got some time here to see the Cardinals take on the Cubs this afternoon.
Looking forward to it, and hopefully these boys can do something pretty cool again, and then we can get out of here with a happy flight.
Appreciate you. Thank you for the time. Chaim Bloom, Cardinals president of baseball operations, with us from Wrigley Field as the Cardinals get set to take on the Cubs. We're going to have some time to chat with Bernie Miklasz when we come back. You're listening to the home of the Cardinals, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Well, Lorenzo, the pitch looked good.
Yeah, so green.
USA Keeper was decent enough.
Didn't have much to do.
99 minutes.
Not a single goal. Well, Bet365 sure came through, though. I bet $10 and got $150 in bonus bets, just for signing up.
At least someone scored.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Hi, this is Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes, and this is it. Make no mistake, this is your last chance to live in Summerlin and O'Fallon and save big on the 2 remaining market homes. Not only do you save over $50,000 off the price of the home, but you can also take advantage of special 4.75% financing for those that qualify. Visit McKelveyHomes.com. Isn't it time to move up to McKelvey?
The soundtrack of classic rock is coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater August 6th. Leonard Skinner and Foreigner joining forces for one epic night of legendary hits and unforgettable memories. It's the Double Trouble Double Vision Tour. From Sweet Home Alabama to Cold as Ice. Don't miss your chance to experience these 2 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acts in one incredible show. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Hey, Circus Sports is the place. It is the sports site. It is the best way to have fun during soccer. I'm telling you right now, Circa Sports has made me very happy. Circa Sports. All you have to do is go to the Circa Sports app, or you can download that, by the way, on your phone, or just go to circasports.com. From baseball to soccer and everything in between, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing, exceptional customer service, very easy app to use. Circa Sports. You looking for futures? They have it. You looking for props on players? Of course they have it, including a lot of things today. Circa Sports has you covered. Download the Circa Sports app or visit circasports.com today. If you visit the Circa Resort in Las Vegas, let me know. Stadium Swim, let me know how it goes. I'm looking forward to seeing it at some point myself. Circa Sports. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Shh, here she comes! Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop! Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations! Also, there's a beehive outside your store! And they're super aggressive! There's thousands of them!
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise? Saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired! Gross!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Now, back to the Great Bar Sports on a Sunday morning on 104.1 KMOX. From the Stifel Financial Sports Studio, here is Tom Ackerman.
Well, there's news breaking all over the place. First from Adam Crafton of The Athletic and our friend Tom Boger, great friend of KMOX, the United States men's national team insider for The Athletic, both posting that Flo Balogun will be available to play in the game tomorrow against Belgium. Are you kidding me? 1 game red card ban suspended. Extraordinary development, says Adam Crafton. I would say so. Huge news, says Tom Bogert. Flo Balogun is now available for tomorrow's round of 16 match against Belgium. Holy smokes. We're joined by Bernie Miklasz. How about that, Bernie, to get your Sunday going?
It's great news. I mean, he's been so fantastic, in this World Cup, and he is. I'm going to use a bad cliche. He has got such cat-like quickness. It's like explosive. Like he doesn't really need any running start. Let's say. I mean, he can just take off and boom. Yeah. and he's really, really, really difficult to contain, and he's tougher on the ball than I think maybe people like me expected. You thought, well, this guy's got skill, he's got speed. He is tough on the ball. I mean, he sticks his nose in there too. That's the other thing. The competitiveness is outstanding. And one other point, if I could make it, the way he was a victim of horrendous officiating with the red card. Should have never been a red card. There was no intent to injure. Should have been a yellow. The way he handled it, though, afterwards, total class, total grace, didn't rip the officials, didn't do the woe is me thing, no bitterness. My point being, I think whoever made the decision to let him play, the appeal to let him play, I think his conduct in the aftermath really worked in his favor. That's just my opinion. I have nothing to back that up. That's just my opinion, though.
I think it's a great opinion. I agree. I think the way that he handled himself with class and really everybody, the way they described him, they didn't lose their cool over it, might have been a contributing factor. Who knows? You got to handle yourself with class, and it has happened. So we'll continue to follow this story.
Sure.
Bernie Miklasz is with us on KMOX. How about the St. Louis Cardinals doing a little number on the Chicago Cubs? I mean, I said this already on the show. I said, you want to make Cardinals fans happy in the regular season? This is number one on the list. Go to Wrigley, not only win, but embarrass the Cubs in their own ballpark. They've done that through 2 games.
And, now 4-1 on the season against the Cubs. The Cubs have an excellent lineup. And, in the 5 games they've played against the Cubs, and we've seen it obviously this weekend, the Cardinals pitchers have a 2 ERA. I mean, they're hardly giving them anything, but, Leahy was terrific. And I thought Palante was strong. Libby goes today. Libby had an excellent start against the Cubs in St. Louis, 5 1/3 shutout innings. So we'll see. But, I think a lot of us, including me, thought, okay, the Cubs were so hot. They were just crazy hot going into this series. And I thought, man, this is a great test for the Cardinals. We're going to find out a lot about them because they have not had a lot of a success at Wrigley Field in recent years. And I know it's a different team, but still. But they went in there and, my gosh, outscored them 17-1 in 2 games, or 20-1, pardon me, 20-1 in the first 2 games. Really, really impressive.
Absolutely dominated from the get-go. JJ hits the home run. I think JJ won't say this out loud, but I'm certain he's motivated by not being on the National League All-Star list, at least not yet.
He it's a I'm not going to say it's a strange thing. There was some stuff that went into this that obviously through no fault of his own, he didn't make the team, but the second base position in the National League is absolutely crowded. Bryce Terang didn't make it. And now JJ Wetherholt, if you go on all-encompassing value, he's the best second baseman in the league because people that vote for stuff, it's interesting. People that vote for stuff think sometimes you wonder if they believe that defense matters or base running matters. It's like, how many RBIs does he have? That kind of thing. JJ Wetherholt, in terms of all-around value, according to Fangraphs, is the best second baseman in the National League. But you have some bigger name players. You have a crowded position. I mean, I can understand why it happened. I'm just trying to be reasonable. I can understand it. But, if you go by the all-around game and the way he's performed offensively, he is, in terms of fielding run value, he is the highest rated player, or he might be tied with Pete Crow Armstrong, fielding run value. He's tied in the entire major leagues for in terms of being the best defensive player. And he's really got great base running stats as well. But if you look at the all around value, if you go by Fangraphs wins above replacement, which I do, he's the third. He ranks third in Fangraphs wins above replacement. There's only 2 players that have had a more valuable all-around performance. The first is Pete Crow Armstrong, and I think number 2 might be Corbin Carroll, but don't hold me to that. I wrote it down, but I can't find it. So
no, it's all
he's
good.
Third. He's third.
Well,
He's the third best position player in the National League. So from that standpoint, it's how can he not be on the All-Star team?
If he's playing for the Yankees, I guarantee it. I mean, they're writing sonnets about him. Every writer in New York would be writing about the great JJ Wetherholt, and he'd be on the team guaranteed. So, it's just one of those deals. Hey, did I see? Now, look, I'm going to disagree with you on this. Did I see that you were suggesting that Mason Wynn should be dealt at the deadline?
No, it was one of those things that were, and I guess it's my fault because I didn't explain it thoroughly enough, but I thought I explained it a million times in the video. I wasn't saying trade Mason Wynn. I wasn't saying trade. And I mentioned some players that would have tremendous value if you put them out there. And I just say, just for kicks, I wonder if sometimes Chaim Bloom just makes it known like, hey, listen, we'll take a call on anybody. It doesn't mean that he's looking to trade anybody, but
sure.
It's a situation where there's never anything lost by, in effect, letting it be known that, hey, just give us a call if you got any interest in anybody. I wasn't advocating trading him, but I was playing devil's advocate. And I said that in the video. And I said, look, I'm not saying trade him. I'm just saying if you want to make the case on all these guys, why it would make some sense to trade them. If you want to even entertain the idea, here these would be the reasons why.
Yeah,
it was just a total hypothetical.
Well, there you go. You get to put that out on KMOX in case anybody didn't hear.
Yeah,
it. There you go. There's the answer.
No, and Mason Wynn he's a big heart and soul guy on the team. The only thing, and this is what I said, the only thing I wonder about, is his offense going to get above, even slightly above league average? Is his offense? He's been doing great lately. He also gets banged up a lot. He really does. He plays hard. I think he wears down a lot. I love him, but I also know too, if you're looking at it pragmatically, again, let me repeat it again. I'm not saying trade him. But I am saying if you look down the road a little bit, the Cardinals have a couple of shortstop prospects who are unbelievable. So you never know what the road's going to look like ahead. And the Cardinals know those things internally, what they think about some of their young shortstop prospects they're still 2 or 3 years away. Don't get me wrong. But, and it's funny because, if we go online and read, and especially like national bloggers, but even locally, and everybody should write what they want to write, but everyone's constantly proposing trades, like trades that are totally nuts, but they're like really proposing these trades, right? Oh, they should do this. So I thought, well, if we're going to do that, then let me do a video and say, well, what the heck? Let it be known that everybody's available, just about, except for maybe JJ Wetherholt.
Hey, you have to go through the exercise at least, and without people flying off the handle, just have some fun with it. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, what was I reading today? I was reading something today. It made me laugh out loud. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I'm out of time, but I appreciate you, man. You're the best.
And then we have Ali tomorrow, right, on Gas House Gang?
We do. Thank you for reminding me. We're going to move him up one day because we have a doubleheader on Tuesday. So Ali joins us tomorrow. Can't wait to visit with him. As we always look forward to visits with Bernie Miklasz. Thank you for it.
You got it, man. Thanks. Have a great Sunday.
You too. Cardinal baseball at 1:35.
Summer is here. Time to enjoy baseball, barbecues, and the shade of your trees. When it comes to tree care, call the certified arborist at Gamma Tree Experts. Hi, I'm Tim Gamma. Protect your valuable trees from storm damage